Good Friday morning to everyone. I hope your morning is starting out well. If I owned a Hawaiian flowery shirt, this would be the day to wear your Magnum PI. It's going to be warm. 74 is what we're expecting today. So short sleeve shirt, I don't think there's any reason to even drag a jacket out today for any reason. We're sitting at 63 right now. We'll gain about 11 degrees before it's all said and done. So something to think on there. How are you? Hope you slept well, had a cup of coffees already, and are willing to face the day. Join us at 8 a.m. this morning as Chief Deputy Ward Calhoun will be our special guest. We've got a lot to talk about with him. Holidays coming up, Christmas is next week, and how best to protect yourself. Just some tips and things to learn from Ward Calhoun. That'll be coming up this morning. I hope you'll join us. Ought to be a fun show. Candace will be back in the studio as well, beginning at 8. As things were winding down last night, had an accident on, Highway 19 South by Trucker Supply, hit and run. Somebody done some damage and left the scene. Not good ever. As you're coming into Meridian, and we'll dig deeper into this this morning where you can take a look at this, but it's down to one-lane traffic. If you're approaching Meridian, let me show you this picture here. If you're coming in 22nd Avenue, right back here is going to be the Children's Museum. This is to the left here, Ed Cheney's, and the street is blocked right here, and you'll have to take a right turn and then come back out on A Street to cross the 22nd Avenue Bridge in downtown Meridian. It's Great Southern National Bank. Here's Ed Cheney's. Here's the red light to where it all goes down. You can take a left or a right and on C Street and then come out on A Street to get to the downtown area. That's kind of how the whole scene looks there from Ed's place. So a little deterrent as you're going into downtown, and it makes it kind of rough to reach all these businesses that are down here on the right. You can still get there, but just a little bit more complicated. They are working on a sewer line down through here is what they're doing. If you'll see that backhoe back there. They had projected a couple of days, and, well, we all know how when you project things, don't work out. So a little bit longer than expected as you're coming into the holidays to the downtown Meridian area. So keep that in mind as you're planning your travels, and just zip around that area as it does that. As usual, some gunshots fired last night. That would have been heard on the 2000 block of 23rd Avenue. Let me see if I can reach this of where I've got a map of this morning to where you can kind of see where that took place. That's the stop sign. I wasn't prepared, was I? As we look at this, this is going to be off Poplar Springs is where this was back in here. Right around there, the 2000 block is where those shots were fired last night. I don't believe anybody was hurt, but nonetheless, gunshots were still fired. It's starting to be a common thing, and late yesterday afternoon, we had one of those also off of 23rd that was close to Meridian High School. I spoke to Meridian High School. The school, this was right at closing. The school was shut down, locked down for just a few moments. The children were never in any danger. This happened away from the school, and 24th Avenue. Here's a picture of this. Let me show you this. This is exactly where it was. This is Magnolia Cemetery. Ross Collins is up in here. Meridian High School is up in here, but this home here, here's Meridian High right here. Meridian High, again, was never in any danger, but a home was riddled with bullets yesterday afternoon, and the people backed out of the driveway and headed toward the downtown area. To my knowledge, they have not been caught, but that's one of the things that happened last night. Always scary. Why you can't be in your own home and people like that get away with this. But that is happening everywhere. This is just not Meridian. It did happen to us. Keep your eyes open and always call the police when you see something that doesn't look right. Something looks a little weird, call somebody. Doesn't hurt, just to report it. We'll dig deeper into all of this beginning at 8 a.m. Join us. I hope you will as we report all that's been going on. So we do appreciate that. So what's the weather going to do? We got fog again this morning. Let's go to radar first and take a look at what we've got showing up on radar, and then we'll get into the detailed forecast. Now, we're showing heavy fog across Alabama, as we go into Georgia, Columbus, Macon, all of these areas here, Tallahassee, Florida, Mobile is full of it this morning, and just east of Tuscaloosa. Now, as we go deeper into our areas, you'll notice we've got fog advisories out this morning. This is going to be with us probably until 10:30, 11 o'clock today. Around Lafayette, Baton Rouge, thick this morning. As we go up here, now this is going to be just north around Mississippi State, just north of Winston County and all around Mississippi State, as we'll show this. Let me turn that off. Here sits the hump right there, the Coliseum, and all this area here, just up by the jail there in Winston County, just north of Winston Academy. It picks up Ackerman, Sturgis, all of these areas have thick fog. Now, you've most likely got fog all around the Louisville area, but radar picking it up thicker just north of there, beginning at the jail. So be careful if you're headed to Stark Vegas for any reason, which is north out of our area here this morning. Could encounter a lot of fog, and it's just scattered all over this. Kemper is under this, Newton County, Neshoba County, south of Neshoba as we get into Newton County and these areas of Jasper and Jones County, all the way down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast is under a fog advisory, and that will run out at 9 a.m. But still, the National Weather Service is predicting that we'll have that fog lingering till 10:30, till 11 this morning. Just something to consider as you're getting up and making your plans to go wherever you've got to go today. As we've shown you all this fog that's out here, we do have showers in the extreme northeastern corner of Mississippi. As you dig into this, we'll see those sprinkles there, and this will move into Tennessee. This will put it east of Jackson, Tennessee, toward the Nashville area. Murfreesboro, you've got light showers around you this morning as well. As we look at this, and this is moving in your direction, as you'll see that. Nashville, going to make travel a little bit more hectic, and Murfreesboro as well as we come back across. Fayetteville, Arkansas, getting some of that also, and Fort Smith, light showers as we move back out and take a look at what's happening in the northern part of the United States. Snow not as thick as what we've seen in these areas, kind of cleared up around the New York area as we come back across the Dakotas. What a nice cold place to be this morning, sitting at 14 degrees in Clerk, South Dakota. Would you want to be there with all that snow? As we go further north into North Dakota, a -2 degrees, that is Belding, North Dakota. You couldn't pay me to go there right now. If you live there, I'm sure you're used to it, but not my neck of the woods where I want to go. As we go up into Montana, 9 degrees there, but boy, a -2 this morning there. Bismarck, I've always heard about Bismarck, 3 degrees, Bismarck, North Dakota, just in case you wanted to know. As we go over to Seattle, we actually see fog instead of rain this morning, one of the few times. A lot of fog down California as well. We got a little bitty Las Vegas there. If you're heading out for a vacation there, nice weather. It looks like it's going to be there. Some fog when you're starting to land. But that's a quick look so far across the nation and what's happening. Good morning, Teresa Westbrook. So far, clear at Dalewood. No fog there. That's good news. Good morning to everyone from Terry Clark. Flora Overstreet joins us. Miss Gail Gafford is back in business. Let's see, Jeremy Barnacastle from Florida visiting. I hope you're having fun down there. Florida's always fun. It's a beautiful place to be. Karina Jones is up. Good morning. Janice Bounds. Also, Donna Roseman. Good morning. LaWanda Grantham is with us. Joy Robinson. Morning to you there. Robin Sullivan and also Galen Bradshaw joining us from the Mississippi Gulf Coast this morning. Folks from all over watching, and we do appreciate that. As always, let us know where you're watching from, and let's get into the forecast. It is so close to Christmas. This will be, if I am not mistaken, this is the 20, we're the 16th. Ooh, yeah, Christmas Eve is going to be right upon us. We're a week away from Christmas Eve. I had to stare at my calendar to make absolutely sure we were right on that. And then Christmas morning, and we'll tell you what Santa's going to have to wear here in just a moment as we get into the forecast. Enjoy yourself. Sing some Christmas carols. I don't know if you've done that yet, and go visit some Christmas lights. We are going to have Dr. Mason coming in next week to be a guest with us to talk about his Christmas lights. If you have never seen his Christmas lights, they're absolutely gorgeous. You'll see those before you get to Meridian High School. Has his own little radio station where you can listen to the music with the lights of the house. And, of course, as you look at other things, there's plenty of homes in the county and all the areas to go look at. Pack the kids up, drive around, and let them enjoy. Get you in a better mood. It really does. All right, let's dig deeper into that forecast now and find out what's going to happen.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, let's start out this morning and talk about those record highs and record lows as we do most days. It was 2016, and we're not going to miss it by far. A record was set of 80 degrees. We'll miss it by 6 degrees today. We're headed for 74, but it was set at 80. The record low, and that 63 must have been a cold year. I've gotten several of those records broken on this date back in 63. Today it was 16 degrees. Brr. As we move forward, what's happening today? Meridian hits 74. The further south you go toward that coast, it'll be warmer. Hattiesburg popping up with 76. Natchez, Mississippi will have 78 degrees. As we go across Vicksburg, 80. Looks like that'll be the record high for the state today. As we go up to the Mississippi Delta, 77 in Greenwood, Greenville, 77, all those areas. And Starkville, looks like it will be 74 at Mississippi State if you've got kids up there getting ready for the holidays there. Let's cut across to Alabama. And again, remember now, fog all through this area this morning is what is predicted. As we look across to Bama, slight chances of rain in the southern portions of the state there, Demopolis and those areas, could see a teeny bit. Morning dense fog as always as we are here, and for the most part, partly cloudy. We'll get 74 there in Demopolis, and a ditto forecast for West Alabama as it is in the Meridian area, 74 for the high. Birmingham will get 72. The state looks like it'll be warmest down in Troy, Alabama. Now, this is what the National Weather Service is showing here. Now, again, this could pop up. Radar hasn't got it this thick yet, but it's in that forecast through about 10:30 this morning. Meridian, Philadelphia, up through Kemper, looks like it'll be more. It could ease in. At this point, is all to the east of this, according to radar this morning. But if you've got thick fog, let us know. We'd like to know about that. Teresa Westbrook said it was 63, the huge northeast snowstorm. I think that was right, where everybody got snowed in. I've seen pictures of that. As we go back to that, even up to Columbus, be careful where you're going there. It's hard to see, and we don't want anything to happen to you. We want you to get there. It's too close to Christmas. As we look at the prediction over the next 6 to 10 days, what's going to happen? Well, Mississippi's not going to get any better. Nor are you in Louisiana, Alabama. Oh, yeah, the entire South is going to be hot. As this heat wave comes from Nevada, makes its way across Texas, and is headed toward us. It's going to be warm as we're already hot. It ain't over yet, as they say. Let's look at that breakdown of the forecast for the next 7 days. This is what we've got predicted. All right, today, patchy dense fog through 10:30, 11. 74, 75 is going to be the high there. Tonight, it'll even be warmer than it is now. 3 degrees warmer. We're sitting at 63 right now. It'll be 66 tonight. Now, we've got some storms coming in, but nothing horrifying predicted. But we never like warm weather in December. And thunderstorms, it spooks you. Anything can happen. We'll watch the weather forecast. Fortunately, so far for us, we've had a very, very mild November, December threat of severe weather, and let's hope it stays that way. Temperatures will go to changing after Saturday. If this rain moves in, 80% chance, and reminding you that the luminary has been moved from Collinsville out at Lake Ross Collins to Sunday because of the rain chance here. 80% chance we'll get it tomorrow. As we'll look at this, after lunchtime is when it will start rolling in. We've got a chance tonight between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. with some slight showers, but that heavy rain will move in about lunchtime tomorrow and move on in. Might make an interesting deer hunt tomorrow afternoon. As we move into Saturday night, 70% chance of showers, and that should end by midnight. Is what we're looking for. Low of 45 is what we get after the rain moves out. And as you wake up Sunday morning, you will need that jacket to go to Sunday school. It'll be 54 for high. But look at this. The gust will be 20 miles an hour, making that little breeze of 54 miserable. There's no other way to word that. We could put some fancy meteorology words to it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be breezy and cold, and that's what we're going to call it. 54 and jacket weather. As we go back to work on Monday, you'll wake up 58 degrees is what we've got, down to a low of 41. Now, Sunday night there, 34 as you're waking up going into that Monday morning. So definitely jacket weather at the beginning of the week. And look at this, we'll hang around in the 50s for a little bit there until about Tuesday, and then temperatures start rising for Christmas. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and see what's happening Christmas Eve. Here we are, 70 degrees with sunglasses on Christmas Eve. The partly cloudy sky, but we'll have sunshine peeking through on Christmas Eve, so no reason for bad weather threat. As we look at Christmas morning, the kids will love this. They'll get to play with whatever Santa brings them. 71 for a high on Christmas Day with a low of 45 that night. No chances of rain on Sunday next week either. And we stretch this out, we're going to remain in these upper 60s right at that 70-degree mark all the way to the end of the year. New Year's Eve looking like 66 with a low of 49. So there'll be some parties that you can attend on Christmas, on New Year's Eve that are well received. You probably will only need a thin jacket if you go out after midnight to bring in 2022. Let's look at that forecast this morning of what we've got projected, again, all the way through Christmas Eve and up to New Year's. Anybody like that? It's not bad by any means. It's just kind of spooky this time of year to have hot weather this warm, and it's not over yet, which means we could have a ferocious January and February and be going, boy, I remember the days of December when it was short-sleeve weather. We'll see what January and February bring for us. We've even seen colder weather stretching to March and April. We all know that. It does happen every year. So what's it mean for deer hunting today? If you're headed to the bushes, let's take a look at what is the best times to go. As we look at the outlook today, the first major time is a lunchtime hunt. Be there by 11 because it looks like it'll get really good right at high noon and carry through about 2 o'clock this afternoon are the best times to hunt today. Now, it doesn't mean that it won't be good at dark 30, but your high best time today the biologist says it'll happen at lunchtime, so good luck on that. What's the wind going to be doing? 5 to 10 miles an hour is what we've got. Not a bad day at all there for hunting. And again, we'll be drawing again for a free mount Monday morning. Every deer that's entered in the contest will go in for extra drawing for a free mount. We've never done that before in the Battle of the Bucks. It's a pretty neat deal there. Free mount. Somebody's going to win it Monday morning. Make sure you enter your deer. Jay's Taxidermy, you can find him equipment. Everybody knows Jay. He's been around forever. And he and I have done this umpteen dozen years together. Great guy, stands by what he says. Dear friend of mine. So if you want someone that does great work, Jay's Taxidermy is where you go. The Battle of the Bucks all happening now. This is Friday morning as we get ready for this day. Headlines that are going on across America. And I posted this just a little bit ago. If you're waking up and you saw this headline and it made you scratch your head. The Salvation Army is making headlines across America. Fox News put this up just a little bit ago. Their donations are down. And I think most people have always given to the Salvation Army, but why are they down? Well, because of a pamphlet or a guide, you might call it, online. And it's teaching people not to be racist. Now, they have since taken it down, but as we look at the headline, how it reads, the sagging fundraiser numbers come 1 month after the organization had to pull a guide that was called Let's Talk About Racism. It was on their website, and it said racially charged language instructing white people and Christians to evaluate their racist attitudes and practices. Those particular people gave a lot to the Salvation Army, and, well, since they put that guide, they have decided that, well, maybe other organizations would like their money more. And that's the way it happens. That's happening nationwide. So many companies and groups do this. And again, you can find the story on my page. It's shared. It's a national headline. It's not something I made up. You can see it. Now, it wasn't done locally. It wasn't by anybody here, but it was come from their headquarters to have put that on their website. Read more about it. It's on our page, and we'd love for you to read into that. We see so many stories, but most Americans, as they're seeing, don't like to be talked to that way and then go, well, give me your money anyway. You can go practice that somewhere else. Not that it was happening in the beginning. Somebody that was woke in their company made their website, and they're paying the piper for it, so to speak. That's headlines. We've got so many more details coming up this morning, beginning at 8 a.m. We want you to come back and join us. It's going to be fun. We'll share a story, and, well, you can pass along what's going on in your neighborhood. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you, as always. Beth Vick, how are you? Good morning. It's Friday, and you said yay. I agree with you. Always good to have the weekend. Teresa Westbrook, New Year's Eve. It will be a fun time with warm weather. Elmer Talbert is up watching this morning. So glad to see you there. Again, I invite you back. Again, our special guest will be Ward Calhoun as we talk about the ins and outs of Lauderdale County. A lot of territory to cover for him, the sheriff. We'll talk about all that and all the great deputies that we have that work behind the scenes. These guys do so much. Might even need a cookie. It's kind of like Santa as they pass by and help in the neighborhood. But anyway, we got that coming up at 8. Join me. And thank you for coming by and spending a few moments with me. It means a lot, and we do appreciate you. I'll see you very soon. And a big thank you to all the sponsors that make this happen each and every day. I can't do it without any of them. They help buy the lights and all the equipment that makes this happen. And we add a little bit each month. Get a little money in, buy some more stuff to make it a little bit better each day. Thank y'all so much. Good morning, Jeff Lewis. How are you doing there? Good to see you. When I was at the eye doctor the other day, I happened to see Jeff over there. I don't know why he was in there. I know why I was there. I was trying to find my car. Thank y'all so much. I'll see you soon. All kicks off at 8 here at Scotty Ray's Weather with Candace.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by